Hello, Christopher Fries here, and today we're going to be making a hardy tool similar to this one here, hopefully a little straighter, except for in a V groove. I've made the Swage from a hardy tool here, works quite well. But I want one with a V groove. So I'm going to be using some tool steel square stock that I have. I actually used it to make this one. This one works well. So we're going to try that. off more than what I should have. But it's been a learning experience. I'm just going to go with what I got and see what happens. I'd rather have too much than too little, which was my thinking. Which I'm definitely going to have. I got way too much. I cut her off there. Opportunity to use a new tool that I got today. It's supposed to be for kindling, but yeah, it looks just like one that everybody else seems to have. Again, hit it back up, of course. Try to bring this into an octagonal shape, and that's supposed to, I think, help with this hollow fighting that I'm doing. We'll find out. way the metal is coming around here, it's apparently called fish lipping. And I don't remember how to correct that, so I'm just going to try. In's a good direction to go. Back of the fire for a little more heat. I'm also going to size my tongs up a little bit better to grip this a little stronger. It's very loose right now. It's jumping around a lot, and I want to try and correct that. I had them set for holding on to, well, this is too big now due to the upsetting, but they held on to the onto the square stock. I set them for that. Now I just have to set them just a little smaller so they grab a little nicer. As always, you want to set your tools for the stock you're using, unless you've got, different tools for every different size of stock. I don't. So I'm going to heat them up, set them, size them, and continue on. There we go. That'll give you a much more secure fit. think I'm going to clean it up from here. They're looking all right. And then insert my stock using a little block that I'm currently making as I'm making this, doing in between heats. Putting in a little drilling and fitting, really. You'll see. It's significantly larger than my previous one. Longer in the body, shorter in the end. That's exactly what I wanted. The end was longer than it needed to be, and the top looks as though it's shorter than it ought to be. It's all just me figuring. I don't really know. We'll put it back in the fire and clean it up a bit. Pretty. Hammer, these little grooves here, very hard in the hands. I'm going to have to see what I can do about that. broke loose. That lasted as long as I expected. In case you're wondering, does the glove help when this thing shoots up? Not very much. Pretty painful. Getting there. Well, worked all right. Not the best swage in the world, but that's probably one of the worst. It'll be enough to make the tongs that I want to make at any rate, so mission accomplished in that regard, I guess. Alright, now I'm going to anneal it and heat treat it. Quench it, whatever. So the last heat treat that I tried to do wasn't a success. It didn't take. So I figured I better not. I left it alone and came back the next day, being today, and took another go at polishing this thing up and making it more what it should be. And so I think I succeeded in that. I'm much happier with this now. I've actually got it more or less centered. This shank's a tiny bit off, but it sits nicely in my anvil, which is good. So I can turn it around either way. Sideways like I wanted. And I now have a V-groove bottom swage from a hardy hole. So thanks for sticking around and watching the video. If you liked it, let me know. Let me know what you liked. Let me know some different things that I could have done better. I am learning. Very much learning. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just kind of wing it. I watch videos of other people doing it and wing it. So maybe you can learn something from my mistakes or suggest things that I could have done better. And yeah, any questions, ask me. I'll answer them as best I can. Maybe even be able to point you to someone who does know the answer if I don't. Can you hear my kid? He's awesome. See you later.